Good Monday morning, and welcome to Ice Age TV, the internal combustion engine age YouTube channel that talks about cars and trucks and motorcycles and SUVs and I don't know, all types of silly stuff and Maverick trucks that grow bull horns. Yes, that is a Maverick truck with bull horns. Wow, look at that there, huh? Is that creative or is that just totally goofy? Kind of like the guy that runs this YouTube channel, right? Yeah, don't take it too personal. I get it. I'm goofy. I like to have fun in life. How about having fun? Have an upbeat attitude, right? Laugh. Have some fun. Here like a pond. Wow. Pretty cool, right? Well, I wish I'd stayed like that all year, but those lily pads just ruin it. Wowsker, wowsker, wowsker. What a great Tennessee trip. And it's all about the towing. And I got to myself today, I think we're going to make the video about being towed around. Are we being towed around? Do you feel like you're being towed around more than ever in today's society? Hey, what are you doing, Goofy? I mean, sincerely, come on. I mean, what is going on in this world here, this country? And dogs are all... All right, well, hey, let's talk about the towing. I had a tow review on my Power Boost. But before we kind of get to that, look at the Ford F450. Look at the receiver on the back of this thing. I mean, this thing's just massive. In fact, you have two sleeves. You have two sleeves to step this thing down for smaller towing. And then this thing has a fifth wheel capability. And I was reading this morning that the 2023, which I actually built the 2023 F450 to get ordered, but I can't order it. I don't know what that's about. One guy said to me, that's not factual. You can order them. I don't know. But the Ford F450 2023 optioned out correctly can tow 40,000 pounds gooseneck capable. If you go for the high output 6.7 power stroke motor, you're at 500 horsepower and 1,200 foot-pounds of torque. Wow. I mean, that's insane. 40,000 pounds. Here I'm towing back home yesterday, 5,500 pounds, 6,000 pounds over there. And that truck knows that trailer's behind it. Now you're talking about taking a heavy duty series and putting 40,000 pounds. Wow. Beyond unbelievable where we are in technology with cars and trucks and capabilities. And so, here's the thing. If you notice, I'm a tow guy. I love trailers. I was actually going to start my own trailer business years ago. It's just beautiful up here to kind of... Come on, Pop. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Get off us. Let's go. Here we go. The antics begin. Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on, girl. Come on. Let's go. 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 Come on. Run. Get off us. What are you doing? Come on, girl. Good girl. Yeah, we got the Power Boost back. What a great truck. I know I just want to talk about this thing, and I just love this truck. Really do. Great truck. And the wife's really raising the bar on me now. Look at the wife got me for my early birthday present. All this technology, it's above my level. Look at this here. See, she bought me this here, and yeah, so she's wanting me to do the to put my little tripod up. I don't even, in all sincereness, I don't even know how to get all this stuff to work. Being the microphone. The microphone's a challenge. See how it shows that microphone right there with that iPhone? But where's the little round plug to plug it in? And I'm using the Droid phone. If you go back and look at my earlier videos, you'll see on how I used to use my Apple phone. But so many people complain about the quality of the video. That'd be at the highest resolution or pixel or whatever you want to call it. And so I switched over to the Droid phone. But the Droid phone doesn't have the iMovie. Come on, pups, get up here. Got my hands full. Got my hands full here. Got a lot going on. The Droid phone doesn't have the iMovie. So if you look at my earlier videos, you'll even see last year and how I had more content of editing it and adding pictures and comments. And I don't do that. I don't do that now because I'm using the Droid phone. I gotta put these things down. Just too much stuff here. I gotta set up my little tripod and I guess be Mr. Professional here. I don't even know where I'll put it. I don't even know how I can angle it. I don't know. So, anyways, the it's cold. Cold. I guess what I can do now, I can decide to sing in here. Can I? I don't even know. Without it turned off, probably gonna turn this thing off if I do that. Oh, I got it. I got it in there. I don't think I did the greatest job on it, but yeah, so the wife's got me at a whole nother level now. I guess my voice isn't clear, I don't know, but I think that's really great of her. You know, support by the wife means a lot. You're a married man, married woman, you get all that. Boy, it's cold up here. I gotta frickin' turn on my other heater here. And yeah, a lot of information. So even for me, I learn things as I make my videos. That's why I like that's why I enjoy making videos on my YouTube channel. Even for me, I learn things. And I force myself to learn things. Because I feel like when I learn things, I can hopefully share my learning with you. And then I learn things from you. I mean, I really do. People reach out and tell me things, and I think that's really cool. I really do take it to the heart, and I do appreciate people who do that. I really do listen to people's comments and think, yeah, that's a good point. And so anyways, I was talking about, I'm just a trailer guy. I mean, I just love trailers and trucks, and I sincerely thought when I was coming up in this world back in high school, and then you're in high school, they really start trying to put you on the spot of, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And for me, I was never the most astute student of the class by any means. We moved. My dad moved like every 2-3 years. He was an executive with AT&T, and they would move around the country for different positions and titles. And so we moved. So that relationship that I had with friends, I would lose and then have to start all over again. So it was very challenging. And for all my brother, my sisters, and you know, so it was very challenging growing up for us kids. And for me, what I noticed when I was growing up is when I moved from New Jersey to California, the level of academics was totally different. So you're talking now like 1971, okay? Yeah, I just tell you how I'm getting to be an old fart. Yeah, I'm going to turn 60 years old on February 24th of this year. Yeah, wow, yikes. I think to myself, wow, 10 years from now, I can remember 10 years, I can remember 10 years ago when my kid was 8 years old. Yeah, wow, yikes. Yeah, right. So, anyways, so I just think to myself, when I'm talking about the education, so it was very challenging for the educators to figure out what level I was of education. Or right. So anyways, for me, as I got into high school, what are you going to do? I really thought I'd be a truck driver because I just love trucks and cars. I like driving. I have a passion for the exploring, which I thought being a truck driver, you get to see the country and the sights. And so I kind of thought that's the path I'd go down, a little knowing that my future would be me being more of a people person, a salesperson, and it's just more of a people person, not a person confined to living in a truck. It's very challenging. And so anyways, the reason I'm bringing that up is I just always loved trucks, and I love towing things, even to the point when I graduated high school in 1982, my father let me drive home our brand new boat. Literally, we went down to the boat dealership in Bladensburg, Maryland, and we picked up our first Bayliner engine-powered boat. We kind of grew up around the sailboats. I learned how to sail in California. We were more on the sailing side up there in San Francisco. That was kind of our dream, was to have sailboats. And then we lived in Jersey. We had sailboats. We had catamaran, and we had a Prindle boat. So we were more about the sailing. Just a lot of fun. Until you've done that, you don't get it. But then we moved down here to the D.C. area, and the river was like not that great sailing. So about a powerboat. The whole point is, in 1982, just a kid, my daughter's age, my dad let me drive home the boat over the Woodrow Wilson Bridge, around the Beltway. I mean, down to the marina. I mean, so yeah, my dad had that much confidence in me at that age to drive a truck and trailer. And it wasn't a big boat, but it wasn't a very small boat. It was a decent sized boat. I think it was like a 26-foot boat. But for me as a young kid guy, I'd never driven really trucks and trailers. That was a heck of a feat and statement. So I just love driving trucks, loving, towing with my trucks and all. And that's why I'm talking about the towing this morning, is I just think that there's so much to towing, and a lot of people are weighing in, watching my Power Boost video. People weighed in on my F-350 Godzilla video I made last year, and I'm just wanting to share more information and talk about towing, and then kind of relate that to, I think we're all being towed around in this country more than ever. So for me as an individual, I wanted a trailer dealership. You have no idea, back in 2004 and 5, I was going to open up a full-blown trailer dealership because there's nothing around here. And I was so on the page to do that. I did do that. Eventually, I opened up a trailer dealership, but it was really more of a lawn and garden equipment business that I opened up right before the economy tanked and crashed. But I really wanted the trailer dealership. And had I not met this one person that steered me away from that, I think to this day, I would have had a really nice trailer business. Because I could have managed it and run it a little differently on a part-time basis to a full-time kind of business, and a lot in depth on that. But that's really what I wanted. I want to be, I love these trailer dealers. Trailer Enterprises out of Hagerstown, Maryland. That's an incredible story about that guy got that business going. Trailer Enterprises out of Hagerstown, Maryland. They have a heck of a trailer dealership. And there's others out there in the country too. And I just like that type of stuff. You just saw me walking in my garage. There's 3 trailers sitting there in front of me. Another trailer sitting down in Florida. There's another trailer around outside the barn. So I just love the towing aspect. It's the challenge, and it's just that trucking feel. You get that trucking capability in you, and you just love having that, driving that big truck. What is it about the big truck that drives us truck nuts to do things, right? And more than ever, they're just refining these trucks to be incredible vehicles. I mean, that Power Boost, I am not embellishing here. That Power Boost, to tow that big a trailer, I'm going to tell you straight up, I would never tow that size trailer with a half-ton truck until just here really Ford has brought these products to the market that I feel like can do that and handle it. Prior to that, a 12K trailer, I'd tell you no way. A road trip, I mean, no way. You better get your F-250, F-350, F-450, whatever it may be. An F-150, I'd be like, you're going to be fighting that thing like you can't believe. That thing's going to be downshifting, struggling. It's going to be pushing all over the road. Anybody who asked me that I didn't know about the Power Boost, I would have been telling them, like, no, I wouldn't do it. Would you go to Florida with that trailer? Like, I'd tell you, like, no way. This is going to be too much strain. Can a truck do it? It can. Is it a confident truck? No. But now, like the Power Boost, yeah. Yeah, would I go to Florida with that truck and trailer setup? Yeah, I would. I mean, that truck has that capability to do it. And some of you are like, yeah, but the gas engine, V6 versus V8, V8 would get better mileage. Nah, it's not. I mean, all right, maybe it's 7, maybe, versus 6, maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. It's all going to kind of be in the same realm of range on that. And so when you look at these trucks, here's something I just learned just before I made this video, because I've always talked about this, and it's kind of borderline. It's just kind of like so much misinformation of so much information. Yeah. Look at my stars. This is my flag. Drink. I get some coffee, right? So yeah. Here's the thing. Years ago, I used to work in the oil industry, and I used to drive tanker trucks. And there came a time, by 1992, the government the Department of Transportation had started to mandate that you had to have a commercial driver's license to drive these commercial trucks. And so they started setting guidelines of when you had to get these licenses. And in 1992, I just had gotten out of the oil industry because I went a whole different direction. And boy, yeah, was that a total failure in my life? But boy, did it make me grow up to understand the reality of life and how nobody has any money. Yeah. Until you walk the streets, you beat the streets, you don't get it. Until you go do that, you're going to start to understand most people don't have any money. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. Yeah. I mean, there's lots of rich people out there, but until you beat the streets, and I've done all this, and you're face to face with people 7 days a week to try to make a living, to try to get $10 to $20 out of somebody to have a product, and they're telling you they got to wait till Friday to get their paycheck to pay you. You think I'm making this stuff up? Okay, why would I bring it up? So, yeah, because I didn't make any money because these people have no money. Yeah, and some people are like, well, they were just lying to you. No, because I had people on Friday that would call me and want what I talked to them about. So that wasn't a lie. And I'm a sincere person, and people, they understand. It's like, okay, hey, if this isn't something you're interested in, I get it. See you later. Not a big deal. Just like my YouTube channel. I'm sure some will tune in and be like, I really don't follow this guy. Some will tune out like, hell no, I ain't following that guy. Whatever. So, anyways, for me, CDL requirements, I got out of the industry right before CDL came in. So my understanding has been for years, because I've wanted to buy bigger trailers to tow with my trucks. And what I've been told by the trailer dealers is, well, once you go over 26,000 combined weights of your truck and trailer, you no longer can drive that truck without getting a commercial driver's license. And I've owned a business where I had commercial trucks where we had to do all the log books. And I even had to go through the training with the state of Virginia to comply with the log books. And I never forget, the state of Virginia came in. This is the police, state police, and he sat down with me and we did our whole conversation and how it all operates. And when it's all said and done, it's all about you keeping your logbooks correct. And he said to me, you never want to see me again. He looked at me, he's like, you do not ever want to see me again. Because that the implication is, if you don't do the logbooks right and you get caught, that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You could be into the government for, thousands of dollars. It'd be unbelievable. So why am I talking about the CDL license? Because I just read an article this morning that has totally now told me, myself, of what I've told others over the years, of what others told me is totally false. So what my understanding from trailer dealers has been that if you want to buy a triple axle car race hauler, so like me, I'd like to have a bigger trailer to maybe do a two car setup, or just have more room in the trailer. And that requires you to go to triple axle trailer for the GVW. So the trailer guys tell me, it's like, well, look, if you get a triple axle, your typical, like that trailer that I towed with yesterday, that has 6K axles on it. So that equals 12K load capability. Well, if you have two of those, that's 12K. If you have three of them, that's 18K. Well, right now, that trailer specs out at 12,000 pounds. Well, my Ford heavy-duty trucks spec out at 14K on the front axle. In the wording and language in the industry is, once you go over 26,000 pounds combined vehicles, you have to have a commercial driver's license. So I've always been at the 26,000 or less so that I don't get pulled. And I've heard stories from even trailer dealers. In fact, Capital Trailer, where I bought that really good deal, I bought two trailers from last year. I got the Bravo trailer, then that United Motorcycle trailer. If you watch my video, you remember those up there in Maryland. Well, those guys told me years ago, if I order these custom trailers, you have to have a CDL license. So a guy even told me that, one of the sales guys told me that he was up and going across the country, and he got pulled over, and he didn't have a CDL. They parked the frickin' trailer, and he couldn't drive a trailer anymore. They had to get somebody with a CDL license come pick up the trailer to keep on taking it to the location. I don't know. So anyways, so that's what I've heard. And I've always been stumped on how Ford says you can buy the 2023 Ford F450 spec'd out correctly, and you can tow 40,000 pounds. Okay, between truck and trailer, the typical front axle rating is 14K on a heavy duty truck. That's how they spec it. Your front axle can hold 14K between truck and occupants and whatever. So that's how and then you add the trailer. So you're at 54,000 pounds going down the road. Well, 26,000, you're already basically double of what's even legal before you have to get a CDL. So I've always talked about how these manufacturers brag about Rams at 37, GMs at 38, and they all have a bragging rights of you having these tow capabilities. But I think, for the average person, how are they going to use it? How are they going to use their truck that's all spec'd out for these huge towing capability without you having to get a CDL and have logbooks? If you get a CDL license, you have to have a CDL sticker with your DOT numbers on it. You have to have logbooks of how, where you're going, how many hours you've driven. This gets detailed stuff. I mean, this is radical. You have to get commercial insurance in your truck. That's going to be very expensive. I mean, it's for what? And this is what I was told years ago, that for all the car racing crowd, they all went to diesel pushers. Well, what's a diesel pusher? That's an RV. Yes, here's what's even crazier. And I'm going to get back to what I learned this morning here in a second. What's even crazier is the RV industry got an exception to the rule of commercial driver's license where a guy could be my dad's age, and don't take it wrong, Dad, this morning. Hey there, how you doing? You can have a guy my dad's age, 90 years old, and he can go buy an RV that's massive. The big ass, country singer tour bus without ever even driving one to a degree. Yeah. So all these retired people that go out and buy these mega buses, you've seen them, these huge $500,000, $1 million buses. These people may be 70, 80 years old, and they're driving down the road in these big ass vehicles. They have no CDL license. But yet the tractor trailer guy and other individuals, they have to have CDL license. Yeah. So the running joke in the car hauler, the car racing industry was people just went out and traded in their dualies for diesel, for RV vehicles to be able to pull their big car race trailers, double stacked. It gets radical. I mean, the car racing industry enthusiasts for the for the amateurs and non-professionals, it's huge. It is huge. I think the average person has no idea. There's so many people who have $1 million rigs, race cars. They go do this stuff. It's big money. I mean, if you look at me like, you got all these cars, and I think, man, I ain't no rich guy. The bank just let me pay my fucking car payments. I mean, I would be wealthier if I got rid of all my cars, but I don't have the status of these other people. People around me, these are people, pulling $1 million, $2 million, $5 million incomes. I mean, it's beyond believable. I'm just a crazy man that finagles deals with banks, let me pay my payments, and I just keep it going. Yeah, but am I a rich guy for the most part? No. I'm not no different than most people who watch my channel, but everybody thinks I am. But that's good. I'm glad you have high hopes for me. I appreciate that. I'm playing the lotto just like you are. So anybody thinks that, once again, yeah, do I make a nice living? Yes, I do. I really do. But at the same time, I know of people, I'm around people, boats, they got 2-3 boats. Anyway, so the CDL. So here's the reason I'm talking about this morning. This morning I learned that supposedly, now this is the thing, this is so dangerous, but I can believe it because I've always wondered, how does the guy go down the road with that mega camper that's being pulled behind his dually truck? And I've run into people that do run car haulers up the road with three triple axle and everything else, puts them over the 26K GVW, and apparently, unbeknownst to me, there's very fine print that states that if you're towing a truck and trailer over the 26K GVW guidelines, and it's not for commercial use, for monies to be earned, or for any type of commercial per se business, then you're exempt. Wow. Now, that's the first time I've ever read that or heard that, because my friends up at Trailer Enterprises in Hagerstown, Maryland, who I wanted to order a triple axle trailer here 5 years ago, they're like, you can't. I'm like, why not? They're like, do you have a CDL? I'm like, no. They're like, well, you can't do it. They're like, hey, Iceman, you're going to be over the 26K GVW. So I'm like, really? They're like, yeah. I'm like, that sucks. So once again, I don't know. I'm sure somebody here may be more in depth to this than I am, but I just thought this morning I would talk about how it's interesting how the manufacturers keep on raising the bar on the tow capability of these trucks that you can buy for yourself. But yet, if you read the CDL guidelines, and I thought that I understood, which obviously I don't, from reading this article this morning, that how would you ever use that vehicle to its capabilities without having a CDL license? So very interesting. I wonder who has more in-depth knowledge of that than me. And once again, the laughing joke for the last 20 years plus has been, oh, you can't haul with your truck a trailer that puts you over 26K, but you go out and buy this big-ass RV and you can drive it down the road and no CDL. How does that make any sense? Yeah, right. Oh, my goodness. So anyway, I just thought I'd share with those ideas with each individual here that watch my channel. I got to emphasize enough. Once again, the F-150 Power Boost, wow, truly impressed. And what's really even more impressive, there's no doubt in my mind that if I was to get like an aluminum trailer that was, say, 1,500 pounds lighter than that trailer, and then I carried the same amount of gear as I did with the other day. I mean, I think that's even makes the truck even that much even more potent and powerful. That truck never struggles. But I will say this, since it's the half-ton chassis frame, there's no way it'll be exactly the same to the F-250, F-350, F-450. There's no doubt. I mean, that truck definitely gets to push around from that bigger trailer, but nothing radical like it would have years ago. So for me as an individual, telling anybody, oh, that truck drives just like F-250, F-3, no, I'd be lying to you. Because those are bigger trucks, bigger frames, heavier trucks. I mean, bigger tires and wheels, bigger axles, bigger frame. I mean, everything's different. So, but the point of my conversation is that's a real 10, 12K towing vehicle, very confident, very accommodating, and I've always been on the page because of CDL laws that what are you going to be towing? You're really not going to be towing. You go and buy a 14K GVW trailer, then you're right. You're going over CDL lines for the most part. But that's beyond what I know in great depth. So I'm just giving ideas out there and information to look at, and at the same time, giving information out just to try to help others come to closure what they think makes sense. I haven't driven. I mean, I can tell you this much. My latest Ram 1500 was 2019 or 2020. That truck, no way could tow as good as that Power Boost. No way. The Ford F-150 Tremor truck didn't tow as good as the Power Boost. And what's interesting is Ford just released the new 6.2 V8 gas motor. The specs on it are even close to the V6 twin turbo Power Boost. The V6 twin turbo is a 500 horsepower, like 550 foot-pounds of torque, or 570, and the V8s are all under that. They're all in the 400 range. So anybody thinks that buying the V8 motor you're ahead, you're not. 7.3 Godzilla motor does not pull as good as that V6 twin turbo setup in that F-150. It doesn't. If it did, I'd be telling you that. I mean, I'd be telling people I would never buy the Power Boost. I'd buy the Godzilla. That's why I did a tow video last year, and I was blown away on how that Ford F-150 Tremor truck outpulled that 7.3 Godzilla F-350. And if I wasn't blown away, then I would be telling you the opposite. I'd be like, man, I would not buy these F-150 trucks to do 10,000, 12,000 pulls. You're going to be very unhappy. Yeah, all right. So next thing is towed. I mean, towed. When you think about towed, you think you're being towed around. Doesn't that usually mean that the greater of the two has more power than the other? And like yesterday, I saw on Twitter. Tell you, if you go to Twitter, it's just really it's disturbing. You know, if you go to Twitter, I don't hang out much in Twitter, but when you go to Twitter and you see the violence, people who share the violence in video, what people do to other people, it's just really really disturbing, very sad what we're seeing in the division of our country. And yesterday's Super Bowl, a lot of people felt that was a division because they played two different anthems. You know, the black anthem and the national anthem, and that, you know, some people didn't like that and blah blah blah. And so you saw on Twitter, Elon Musk, or somebody posted a video of the Cybertruck hooked up to an F-150 truck, and it just shows how they're doing the toe to toe against each other and who will pull one, and the Cybertruck just obliterates the F-150 truck as it just drags it down the road. I mean, it just drags it down the road. Well, for me, doesn't it kind of seem in some ways where we are in today's society, and we are with the social media machine and even the governing bodies, that we're getting towed around? Are we getting drugged down the road? I mean, oh my gosh! And look at the China balloons. But now here's the thing: the China now is, you know, hitting back and saying, "Whoa, wait a second! You guys are going after us," but yet they claim now that here this year or 2022 or whatever time frame was, they supposedly have caught us like 12 times spying on them. So they're saying, well, you know, it's just the counterattack, and then the you know, we've been drug into the Russia conflict. I mean, I don't know. I think it's very disturbing that what's going on in this country, where you just have to wonder if China is really setting up the war with Russia in a more deliberate way. And they're going to be the tool that Russia uses. And really what China is really doing is they're really attacking us in some ways, but they're going to use Russia as a tool to kind of do it. I don't know. I just think that it's not comforting. It just feels like the powers that be in our country, do we really feel like they really have the powers to be to protect our country? I mean, I don't know. I mean, it kind of gets deep, and I'm just not going down that rabbit hole, because there's so much negativity out there. It's so bad. I mean, it's so bad. Don't you go to Twitter? I mean, it's amazing how Twitter has been such a popular platform, just the tarnishing of one another. I mean, that's all it is. It's just the hate of the hate. Where's the sorry? Where's the sorry for all the mistakes? Where's that theme, right? Where's my sorry theme video of where this country is and people are? Where's the word sorry start to prevail? I mean, if you just see some of the things in the younger generation, what they're being towed around and towed into, I just think it's very disturbing. I mean, more than ever. I think I just heard my kid. No, didn't hear her yet. You know, I mean, I just think that, wow, where we are today in society with the generative pre-trained transformer, the artificial intelligence, the GPT, of what are people training it? We already know what they're training it. It's just going to be devious, devilish, nasty stuff. That's what's going to be fed into this artificial intelligence. It's going to be, you know, telling the artificial intelligence that of somebody that looks like me is a bad person. I mean, it's just incredible where we're going. You know, to be telling that people that try to protect others are terrible, mean people, that they're devious and they really want to kill people. I'm referring to the police, the military. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And just, wow. So what is the younger generation being towed into, drug into? All the transgender stuff that's going on, and they're trying people that can't even process information correctly, already being brainwashed to think that what is right versus wrong by an individual that has matured and grown up, that now wants to tell a person that hasn't matured and grown up on how they should be and live this world. It's just bad. And the professors in the colleges, I mean, I don't know. For me, have I gone and talked to every professor in society? All I can tell you is what I hear from stories and other stories I hear and what we're witnessing. It seems like the professor's goal is just to undermine this country and destroy it. I mean, That's the perception I have. I'm sure some really great, good professors out there that are in colleges, but the general, it's just kind of the general, perception for me that it seems like the universities are just brainwashing the younger generation to think that this capitalist, white supremacy country is a disgrace to mankind, and it's got to be, tarnished, which I think that's going on, sadly, but that's where it is, right? So, anyways, kind of keep it at that. Try to keep it upbeat. I love driving that Power Boost. Have I said it how many times now? Had an Aussie subscriber in Australia say, "Hey, do you think they'll bring us the Power Boost here?" And I said, "Well, I don't know if they will or won't, but my heart ain't bleeding for you because you got that Ford Raptor Ranger that we'd never have gotten, and eventually maybe we'll get it." So, and he made fun of that too. He's like, "Yeah, you haven't got that Ford Ranger Raptor we have over here, have you, huh?" So I thought that was kind of nice. And other nice comments and other subscribers saying they felt like the V6 isn't as fuel efficient as the V8, and the V8 would be a better fuel efficient. I was just explaining earlier, no, V8 motor is not more fuel efficient than a V6. I mean, it really isn't. I mean, the V6 is right there. So if you go out and think that your Coyote truck's going to tow 12,000 pounds, you're going to get like 12 miles per gallon. I'd love to see that video of the car hauler. I'm not talking about a open trailer that's like a utility trailer or a dump trailer. I'm talking about a full-blown car hauler like mine, and you go back to back on V6 versus V8. No way. It'll be within a mile per gallon difference. That'd be my guess. So, hey, everybody. Thanks for watching my channel. What are you doing now? I don't know. Back in town. Got a ton of things to do. Get in the routine here. Get the workday going. And I hope everybody's having a great day. And, wow, where is the winter? What happened to the winter? Who towed the winter out of the season, right? Wow. If you're a landscaper guy that made a living off of plowing driveways and shoveling sidewalks and commercial contracts, wow. I mean, what's going on? I mean, some guys benefit because they get these commercial contracts where they have to be on standby to do all the work, and whether they snow plow one time or 50 times, that's part of the contract. So for those people who have those, I guess they're having a heyday. But for the average guy that's getting just paid gets to do the work, they're sucking wind big time up in this north, I would say more the mid-Atlantic area. Wouldn't be saying so much, the New York and further north, but in this area here, it's just dry as can be. It's just incredible. I mean, borderline, it's hard to believe. It's going to be the middle of March. I'm going to be in Florida a month from now. I'm already down in Florida. My kid's on spring break. And, the winter is kind of coming to an end. Wow. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. And once again, God bless. Stay safe and stay tuned. What are we doing next? I don't know. Got a lot of projects, that's for sure.